The Long Lake Ice Fishing Derby is Saturday and Sunday, January 26th and the 27th. Base camp will continue to be at the Long Lake Sporting Club in Sinclair with $18,500 in cash prizes. The Derby areas include Long, Cross, St. Croix, Square, Eagle, Glacier, Bow, and Portage Lakes, Carr Pond, and the St. John River. Proceeds benefit the Edgar J. Parody Cancer Fund. It's the Long Lake Ice Fishing Derby, Saturday and Sunday, January 26th and the 27th.
And this is January 26th, 2019, and we're here at the Long Lake Sporting Club for the annual Long Lake Ice Fishing Derby. It's almost 7 a.m. here at Long Lake, and people are already started to set up their traps for this ice fishing derby. People from all over the state of Maine, Canada, and some of the New England states have come and gathered here for this yearly event to catch lake trout, to catch salmon, brook trout, and even yellow perch. It's currently 8 degrees above zero, but calm winds and beautiful sunny skies for the start of this fishing derby, the proceeds of which go to benefit the Edgar J. Parody Cancer Fund. The parking lot here at the Long Lake Sporting Club is already starting to fill up with vehicles, snow machines, and lots of ice fishing equipment. There are a number of lakes where fishermen can fish to participate in this derby, but they all have to come here to register their fish here at the Long Lake Sporting Club. There is one exception. Muskellunge or muskies have to be registered at Joe's Trading Post in St. Francis, Maine. So this is January 26, 2019, and we're here at the Long Lake Sporting Club for this great event. It's become a yearly event, and as you can see from the background, it looks like it's the Long Lake Ice Fishing Derby. And here with me is
Paul Bernier. I'm the chairman of the Derby. Yeah.
And Paul, today this is the start of this Derby. What are your expectations? What's the Derby all about?
You know, I look at the Derby as a fun family event. Every year that it keeps going, you know, we see more and more youth and families involved in the Derby, and you know, we like to see that. This is our 14th year. The conditions this year are very difficult, to say the least. I mean, we've had a lot of snow. We're going to be dealing with slush this weekend, and it's going to be challenging. But numbers are looking good. Are we going to break the record of last year of 1,103? I don't know. I can see us easily exceeding 1,000 registrations, but it's going to be tough fishing conditions. Sunday will be better. Tomorrow will be better, but today it's supposed to be cold, and again, we're dealing with slush, so that slows a lot of people down.
Now, what are the people fishing for?
Depends which lake they're fishing on. I mean, over here on Long Lake, you can get four categories. You can get the salmon, you can get the brook trout, you can get the perch category, you can get cusk. Predominantly, salmon has always been, the winning salmon has always come out of Long Lake. It's come out of Eagle Lake one year, which was a huge surprise, but other than that, salmon, brook trout too. There's some nice ones here. Eagle Lake has beautiful togue. A lot of winning brook trout came out of Eagle Lake. And then of course you got Glacier and Bow Lake up in the northwest, and you got the St. John River for the muskie, famous muskie. And Bow Lake brings out some nice togue too. So it's pretty much scattered. Square Lake provides a lot of huge cusk. And then there's also salmon in Square Lake. So it's pretty much diversified. People have their favorite spots. So it certainly doesn't put all the fishing pressure on Long Lake, which if that would be the case, where we'd only have Long Lake, I don't think we'd be allowed to have this many people on it.
Many people on the lake.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, there are bodies of water all over that people can fish in. What do they do once they catch their fish? What do they do with it?
We have 2 weigh stations. We have a weigh station here at the Sporting Club, and we have one up in St. Francis. When we apply for the permit, especially with the muskie involved, the condition is that muskie are not allowed anywhere near the chain of lakes or here at the weigh station. Doesn't matter if it's dead, it just can't come here to be weighed. So the only thing you can weigh in St. Francis at Joe's Country Store is muskie. Other than that, doesn't matter where you're fishing, all the other lakes, they all have to come to our weigh station here at the Sporting Club. Weigh station closes at 5:30. If you're on Bow Lake, you better be on the road by 3:30. So it's a disadvantage, but everyone's aware of it. There's a reason for it. We like to use the same scale for all the fish, and everything's fair that way. That's why we do it.
Now, this event is going on 14 years. The proceeds from the Derby, who does it, does it benefit just the Derby, or how does it benefit?
It certainly benefits the Derby. It benefits the participants. I mean, this is the highest cash prize fishing derby in the state of Maine. I mean, this year we're giving away $18,500 in cash. Next year our plan is to give a $20,000 cash purse. So, the registrants benefit tremendously. But, the cause for this and the reason for the success of this event is the Edgar J. Parody Cancer Fund. And we've given to them for 13 years. We've given over $65,000 so far in 13 years. We anticipate this year will be well over $70,000. So it's an organization that you can't help but donate to, just because of what it does to the people in the St. John Valley. I mean, there's families, every family is impacted by cancer up here. And it doesn't matter if it's immediate spouse or if it's a distant relative, every family is impacted. So we do it for that, and we get a lot of support.
How about the community? Does the community, the area, actually probably all of Aroostook County?
I mean, I talked to someone last night, and he came up from southern Maine, and he said Interstate 95 between Bangor and Holton was like a 100-mile train. It was just pickups with trailers or snowmobiles in the back, and the same thing coming here from Caribou here. It was just a massive line of vehicles. So the economic impact, Ryan Pelletier and I tried to figure that out one year, and I would say that $750,000 is not stretching the number, countywide. Businesses, I mean, you see it in the businesses' faces. They're happy when this derby comes around. They do well. They can't help but do well. Every single one of them. You can't rent a doghouse right now. Everything is booked. Everything is booked. Yeah.
You're gonna have so many restaurants and stores, bait dealers, fishing tackle stores.
Yeah. Now they gear up big time for this weekend because they know it's the middle of winter, and if they don't reap some benefits this weekend, the rest of the winter could be long. So we had our opening ceremony last night, and we had that at the Lakeview, and that's something we started last year. and it was packed. It was swamped. We had a great night. We gave over $2,000 worth of prizes and certificates. We had the Jerry T Band, and that dance floor was full all night. Everybody enjoyed themselves.
Now, the opening ceremony you mentioned, is it to get fishermen to get together for one time? I mean, ice fishing is, and people are all over fishing all the different lakes. Probably never see each other all weekend, but this sounds like it's one opportunity for them to get together.
It is. I mean, and you get fishermen together, but at the same time, you know, the general public who might be sitting in the lounge at the Lakeview looking in the banquet room, you know, they end up mingling, you know, and they end up coming to either join us if there's room. And but yeah, the conditions are for the prizes that we're giving away, you have to be registered for the Derby. So we sold, I dare say we sold between 40 and 50 registrations last night. Yeah. Just so they would have a chance on the prizes. Are they all going to fish? No. But again, it comes back to the Cancer Fund. I mean, there's a lot of people that register for this event that don't even fish.
Next year is the 15th year. You mentioned 14th. This is the 14th. Any plans, any different plans for next year?
Oh, you know, we got big plans. Are they going to work out? We're going to do our darndest to make it work. We know we're giving away a $20,000 cash purse. That's a given. We committed to that last year at our 13th. We'll still have our 3,000 ultimate ice fishing package, typically an auger and a bunch of fishing equipment, a weekend rental and things like that. What we're trying to add, and we're working with a local snowmobile dealer, and we are looking at trying to secure a 900, believe we're looking at a Polaris brand, side by side with a lag kit, which would be part of that ultimate ice fishing package. So you'd be looking at a total package of between $18,000 to $23,000, $24,000. So what we do now on our registration forms, you take chances on the ultimate ice fishing package. So we might modify that a little bit to try to generate more funds, but we're also working very hard with the Polaris dealership, you know, to try to get a break, so they, you know, and they would be recognized as a huge sponsor, and so that's where we're at. So we got a year to plan it, but that's what we're looking at.
Well, Paul, thank you. Thank you for this Derby. I know you're the organizer, and certainly it's benefited a lot of people over the years, not just the Parity Cancer Fund, but the local businesses, the state of Maine for that matter, and it certainly has promoted family values in fishing, and certainly a benefit to this entire area. So we thank you very much, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you, Don. I appreciate it. And again, when you see these young children coming in here holding a fish, that makes it worth all the while. It's unbelievable.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
The Long Lake Ice Fishing Derby is Saturday and Sunday, January 27th and the 28th. Base camp will continue to be at the Long Lake Sporting Club in Sinclair with over $17,000 in cash prizes. The Derby areas include Long, Cross, St. Froid, Square, Eagle, Glacier, Bow and Portage Lakes, Carr Pond, and the St. John River. Proceeds benefit the Edgar J. Parity Cancer Fund. It's the Long Lake Ice Fishing Derby, Saturday and Sunday, January 27th and the 28th.
Okay, the scale's at 0. Come here. The 0. £5. 5 pounds. 2.8 ounces. Nice fish. There you go.
Yep. Oh, it's gonna take me a second.
23 and a half inches. Well, I think
Wow.
First place.
you're in first place right
Cute
now.
salmon, yeah, she's first
Nice.
place without doubt.
Can we get a picture? Okay, come over here.
I know Dad takes one with her.
She's here every year with fish.
So this is what fishing is all about.
Bring it, yeah.
A nice, happy fisherman or fisherwoman. Nice fish.
Okay, this one.